Well, good afternoon, everybody. This is Jim Hovland, your Edina Mayor, with your weekday COVID update. Some important things to cover today. First of all, a little over an hour ago, the governor issued his stay-at-home order. You're going to see a lot of detail around this. It takes effect midnight on Friday and goes through 5 p.m. on April 10th. That's the first, at least that's the first period that they're concerned about here, that we should be staying at home. And so you can read that order. I think it's not going to curtail some of the activities that are necessary in your daily lives, like grocery shopping, getting prescriptions, also doing takeout. We're going to talk about that in a minute, about how you can support your local restaurants and our Edina liquor store operations. But first I wanted to tell you a great story from the last couple of days. We've been talking about the need for physical protection equipment by our first responders and also our frontline healthcare providers. I got a wonderful email today from the Chinese American Association in Edina, and they told me that through their association, through our fellow Edina residents that are part of that association, they have raised $6,000 for PPE to contribute to the cause of keeping our frontline folks safe and our medical providers safe. So I thought that was a wonderful thing I wanted to pass on to everybody. And their next goal now is to work on the meal fund. And we talked about the meal fund yesterday and their need for funding, about $75,000 anticipated in need for serving about 300 families. And we talked about how you could go about making those donations. You can see many of these things on bettertogetheredina.org. I talked a little bit about some of the volunteer activity we need to put in place to support organizations like VEEP and Help at Your Door. You can find out your links. You can find your links on that information at bettertogetheredina.org to be able to serve those organizations as well if you want to contribute volunteer time. So then today I think we also want to talk about supporting local businesses. And you probably heard stories about the liquor store operations. We closed those last week to protect people that work there and people that shop there from interfacing with each other in close quarters. But the business has been just terrific over at Edina Liquors. About 85% of what we normally do is being done through operations. You can either call in or you can do your shopping online. I know at both Southdale and over here at Grandview, they now have set up a takeout situation, a curbside pickup, if you will. And I took advantage of it yesterday. As a matter of fact, my wife, who broke her shoulder a few weeks ago, needed some Chardonnay, and I stopped there and backed up in the curbside pickup zone and did everything in advance on the telephone. I think the telephone number should be on your screen here. And just call up if you want to do curbside pickup, and you can go and pick it up. It's really very, very easy to do, very accommodating. They just flip the back of the vehicle. You open the back of your vehicle up and they put things in there. There's no interaction with people at all. So that works really slick. And then you can also, as I say, order online, and we're delivering. I think last week on a Saturday they had about 150 deliveries. So we've got a lot of folks on staff working to help make sure those deliveries are possible to our residents. And then on bettertogetheredina.org, you're also going to find all the restaurants that are doing takeout activity. And so we want you to be able to help support them as well, including, I'll give a little plug for our neighbor just to the south in Bloomington. The former mayor of Bloomington, Gene Winstead, owns Ike's. They're doing takeout too, and that's right on the Edina border. So I thought it's okay to give him a little plug and a little help as well. So that's it for today. A lot of things going on in our community. Keep up that support for our local merchants as best you can. It really means a lot to them, and it means a lot to our Edina liquor operations as well, that we can support the community the way it's going. This is Jim Hovland. That's your Mayor's Minute. Thank you.